Hello 583 students. I wanted to take a couple minutes to talk you through Module 2. Please note that this is a 2-week module, but there's only one due date in the module at the end. That doesn't mean that you should wait to the end to do your work though. Please space out your work over the course of the 2 weeks. The final due date for your posts is the Tuesday, February 6th. But I do want you to spend a lot of time with the content of the class in the next 2 weeks. The expectation is that you'll be spending about 10 hours a week on the class. Each week of the semester. So please make sure that you are spending a lot of time reading. In this case, for this module, it is mostly reading and reviewing your peers' posts and going back to your initial posts from last module, etc. So please make sure you're spending an adequate amount of time in the class. So a couple activities here just as introduction and review and some things to get us ready for the next couple things that are going to happen in the class. First of all, there's a Prezi introduction to the module where I talk about the Darling-Hammond chapters and the field of comparative education. It does have voiceovers, so please make sure that when you play it, you hit the play button in the bottom left underneath the presentation, and then it should play the voiceovers for the slides as you go. Return to your Darling-Hammond discussion from last module. Respond to your peers as appropriate. You might want to start with looking to see if anybody responded to you. Please create a Twitter account if you don't already have one. If you do have a Twitter account, then post your handle in the Twitter discussion board. If you don't have a Twitter account, please create one. This is required for the class. You can always delete it at the end of class if you want to. And please do so by the end of the module. We'll be using Twitter later in the semester to gather and share resources, as I say here. I've provided 3 questions from the beginning of class survey results for you. I'd like for you to please go in and review those. You don't have to respond in the discussion board, but if there's something that inspires you to create a post, then please feel free to do so. And then looking forward to your country multimedia project, which is due in Module 3, create a post in this country multimedia discussion board where you list the country or countries you're interested in learning more about and why those are the countries of focus. This is a required post. The readings for this week are Focus on Comparative Education, Chapter 1 from your textbook. If you don't have your textbook yet, I have provided the PDF of Chapter 1 for you. There's also an article about higher education comparisons that I'd like for everybody to read as well. I suggest that you explore the website for the Comparative International Education Society, which is one of the most well-known societies for comparative education, research, and education. Read their most recent newsletter, which I also provide for you. And then after reviewing all of those sources, 6 through 9, I want you to complete a discussion board. This discussion board is really the bulk of your work this semester, this module. This is just a discussion board, but it is an important one where you're truly reflecting and thinking about comparative education, whether we should do it, how we should do it, why we should do it, and specifically in your own professional context. So please read those resources, give lots of time and attention to them, and then compose a thorough, thoughtful response, either written, audio, video, or creative multimedia in the discussion board on comparative education. If you have any questions about any of the aspects of this module, please don't hesitate to let me know. And if there's something else you'd like to explore, discuss, have a conversation about, please also let me know. Hope you're all well, and I'll see you online.